In fact, how many drinks come with both an umbrella and an olive? It's like the opposite way. Like olive is culture. Like umbrella is like
VGj.Thunder's turn.
Riki.
Since lost it.
That is so good. Oh, that is so perfect. Like Miracle can pick anything this game. Coral, give me Riki. Give me Riki. Oh my god, that's so funny. Actually, my god, that's it. You know, that's where they're like, we can pick anything.
Can Riki on board with the Batrider when he jumps into? Hey, we actually got the Juggernaut. It's there for VGj.Thunder.
Position 4 Pugna. Or 5 Pugna and a 4 Shaker actually.
Yeah. Sila's just picking this now because he's got the great cosmetics. Like that's a lot of sick cosmetics on the Jugger.
So I feel like we need to give Riki a little bit of credit and just talk about why they picked it. Because obviously we were looking at this. We think Liquid's in a great position with the draft. They have so many ways of pressuring. So Miracle can get away with a lot of different stuff. I think the reason they really like the Riki this game is that the value of Smokescreen is exceptional. And he's a hero that can find Monkey King too. So it really is annoying playing Necrophos against this. You're going to have to buy Force Staff or you can't cast Ghost Shroud. Similar story for Pugna. And when it comes to Shaker as well, until you get that dagger or get some sort of way of maneuvering, if you don't see Riki, the map is actually kind of terrifying right now. Look at Liquid's lineup.
Yeah.
When heroes are missing, this sucks, man. Like you could get ganked by Nyx Riki, you could get ganked by Riki Bat, you could get ganked by Nyx Bat. Like if these cores are off the map, everywhere it's just a minefield. You're going to need to buy so many sentries. And I can't wait to see this position 5 Pugna buy 20 sentries and have brown boots minute 15.
And yeah,
that's tough, man.
I can't wait to see Freeze throw down a Wukong command and then Miracle just go Tricks of the Trade. And,
True.
And then you get Circle on top of Circle, and there's no way that Freeze can stay inside of his own ultimate.
That's a really good point too, actually.
BSJ is going to be like maniacally laughing out the back, going, the crappiest hero in the game right now.
BSJ hates Monkey King.
Yeah,
he thinks this hero is really bad.
He does.
He's really bad. BSJ, not the hero.
Oh. Really?
Got him.
I
kind of like Monkey King, but some of the things that BSJ is saying is some of the things he's saying are definitely true. Like
I remember you saying out the back before, like if the best player in the world can't win with Monkey King, is Monkey King good?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you were looking at No G game at the time.
Yeah, I mean, Topson plays an exceptional Monkey King, but there were other problems in that game. Topson was having a great game, but nobody else was. And I don't think, like, you can't really put a hero like that and be like, well, if you're doing great, you should just win. Like, that's not how Dota works. Then you just, oh, I'm leading minute 5, game over, man.
Hey,
you know,
if that happened, why would my MMR be as low as it is?
That's not how Dota works. Your team needs to be with you, but I think one of the things BSJ is talking about with Monkey King, which is definitely a good point, is that this hero falls off a lot harder than many other heroes do. You can be doing really well in the start, you can get kills, you can get farm, but when it comes to team fights later on, 1 or 2 bad moves where you die, the drop-off of this hero seems a lot more severe than others. What the hell is that courier?
I know, right? He's just such a happy kind of guy, but that's not even the courier, that's the Monkey King. They ping him out. Like, last time I saw Monkey King play, he went in sniping couriers.
What is this courier?
And
is that like a mini Furion?
I honestly don't know. Like it's like he's the keeper of the inn where all the treants stay the night.
It looks like half Satyr, half Furion. Furion, what did you do to Riki? Okay, let's move on. So top lane, Mind Control will be playing a Batrider up here for now. It looks like he's going to be facing Yang in the top lane with the help of Fade on Earthshaker. In toward the mid, we have Keeper of the Inn. Bottom lane, DDC and Sylar will be playing as Pugna Jugger. Very nice natural synergy between these two heroes, obviously to Decrepify and Spin. Miracle, they don't know he's here, but he's bottom on Riki for now.
And they got friends.
GH. Yep.
They got friends. So he's body blocking DDC in so the magic missile can connect. GH will follow up with the Impel. Sylar, what are you going to do? You're going to spin for the rune? GH is actually going back for the rune so Kuro can get the first blood onto DDC. And Sylar, he's running home. He's running away. Miracle will be playing this offlane Riki.
Yeah, but he's definitely going to get farm priority. Riki is the type of hero where if you're putting him in a core role, you don't want him to have nothing.
Kuro's not giving up this
Definitely
chase. Okay, maybe he'll move because Yang is they're lane rotating.
Yep. They want to face Bat with Jugger, but Liquid are reading the movement and they're mirroring it and they're crossing. And they won't know that Miracle's doing this until now. The waves are clashing bottom. Miracle's not taking CS. Okay, he's definitely crossing. Now we get the situation. Are you going to keep mind gaming or not? Like, do you want to swap again? Looks like that is...
Yeah, Silas turned around. Sylar's coming back down to the bottom lane while Yang will be farming it up because they got ES. Fade is currently getting free time as the Earthshaker on top lane. And Miracle's about to arrive in a second. And Kuro is waiting for a courier snipe in mid lane. And it looks like we're getting the same kind of move from DDC. This just feels like musical chairs is what we're playing at the moment.
Yep.
There's the first TP. So Pugna will come to the bottom lane to work with Sylar.
He's killed the Blast, though, not the Decrep. Decrep plus Spin has so much damage potential. Yeah, that's the lane swap. So Mind Control TP top, Sylar, more likely going to follow him the moment he sees this Bat Rider top. And successfully, VGj get the lanes they want. Sylar just needs to get into the tree line and TP top and not get stunned. It's very important he does not get stunned right now.
Well, GH just used his stun for 10 seconds, and Sylar just does the TP instantly.
Yep.
And Yang says hello, arrives in. Mid lane, slap down and freeze.
Damn.
Oh, he was just prepping it up. 2 points in the Boundless Strike, and
all right.
Tip and tilt, tip and tilt.
My man tips Yang. Good tip, bro. Well played. Tips him back.
Well, it's a really nice day if you freeze. Obviously, a lot of that CS is Spiderlings, but he's 13-4.
I don't know how much of it is Spiderlings. I think he hasn't killed a single one, actually. He is just dominating the lane. He's really far ahead on net worth. Getting that solo kill gave him 300. You subtract that from his grand total right now, and you can see he's still far ahead of the Broodmother. So a lot of just natural CS in this lane that, yeah, this is a totally different story from the Brood versus Monkey King game we saw, I think it was the day before yesterday, or was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Where CCNC was playing against Ramses in mid. This one is looking so much better for Freeze right now.
But this is also that time where you look at the supports for VGj. And Earthshaker's got so much to work with as well. Like, he's already got his level 3. He can try and harass directly into Mind Control. Yang won't be so lucky. Trying to juke it out. He can't do that, however. DDC was a little bit too far away to help him out.
Yeah. This is an expensive lane for Liquid to run like this, though. They're tri-laning still with a Riki and a Venge. Venge is level 1 as a result of this. And like you said, in the top lane, we already got Fade as well as Sylar, both level 3.
They're chasing Mind Control. The Fissure is out. You got a level 2 spin, and this should be enough damage to kill off Mind Control. He can't take to the sky. He's got 3 stick charges, but Sylar just needs 2 more swings with the crit. No. Sylar, not like this, not like this, not like this. He's still regenerating the attack with the sticky napalm. Sylar's going to go down to Mind Control.
He stopped his attack, Toby. He stopped it. He actually animation canceled. He can follow through with that attack even if Mind Control tries to fog him. Oh well, bottom lane. A lot more damage onto Yang.
Yeah, a little bit more difficult when DDC gets the Nether Ward at level 2. I think twice about fighting.
Yep. Interesting choice. I think
Sylar's going again for the kill. Fissure's not available. They'll go into the trees. What, round 2? Starts to spin. The Fissure will be available. Mind Control will go straight over the top of it. Sylar can't reach him. The Dire Creep Wave's going to keep giving him the extra information.
not this again.
It is exactly this again. The Dire Creep Wave's still there. There's no TP support coming up from the bottom lane. I think they're still looking for another gank, another fight.
Oh, Fade?
Yeah, he's rotated in. He'll miss the stun, and he can't even cancel the salve of Mind Control. What the hell is going on?
This top lane is really something.
Clowny.
That's quite something. Yeah.
We have an illusion rune scouting out Monkey King. Scouting out Broodmother, sorry.
Are scanning.
Yeah. And this is a good job from VGj.Thunder, by the way, getting the sentry out this early against Matumba Man. So this camp that he wants to play off is going to be blocked until they reopen it. And we'll see if he even realizes, because if he clears this camp after 5 minutes, he won't know until 6 minutes that it's blocked. Let's see. He is just going to be on time, so he will know that this is indeed blocked.
His spiders are even waiting, and yep.
Oh, MC got one. He keeps running down Fade. Fade has the fissure. He's going to get this rune. And
that's 5 sticky napalm stacks, though. Like, if Mind Control has managed to dodge death so many times, he won't kill off Fade.
Bottom lane. Good to crap.
Saving Yang for the moment. He's still got 10 stick charges as well. But no point in Ghost Shroud.
It's going to scale at level 4.
Yeah.
He has that in one creep, and then he's going to be fine. This is the price you pay for playing tri-lanes. The levels on Liquid's heroes down here are not that hot. Like Kuro level 2.5. Miracle's level 4. GH level 3 is not too bad, but
Radiant's middle
Mind Control's hunting Sylar. Sylar's
Bottom
already
lane.
used his spin, but he'll be okay.
Fissure.
Bottom lane, yep. You get the stun off. GH trying to go for the run. Spike Carapace was just up long enough for DDC's Nether Blast not to have an effect. And Miracle throws down the smoke screen to try and create some space, but GH's regeneration. And he's even going to salve just to be safe.
That was not necessary, actually. But that's fine. He can go Shrine. With his buddy, Matu. And Kuro. Probably going to 3-man Shrine here. Keep Miracle bottom.
Kuro's got the sentry ward. He hasn't actually pinged it out just yet, so like they can open up that camp right now if they wanted to.
Matumba seems unaware. He might have thought at the time that he blocked it himself. But that would have been twice in a row by now. He would have blocked it minute 6. So this sentry is really good value, actually. Not getting that camp. It's big. Oh, Yang. Yang's dead. Oh, maybe not. Sick fissure.
He's out. So Ghost Shroud and Death Pulse available. GH's Spike Carapace is weared off and through the trees and down. Another fissure available in a couple of seconds. DDC uses the Decrepify and Blast. Fade. He can go for the Totem Stun, but now with the Earth Spike, GH, he'll lock him in, but Freeze, he arrives in the fight. Miracle thought he could get a lot out of this, but now he just gives a buffed up Monkey King, looking to pound in towards Kuro, who will find that revenge onto DDC, but no, he actually has stick charges available. More life comes back, and Team Liquid going all out in this bottom lane fight. Fade, he'll use the Mango to allow Freeze to capitalize.
Really nice rotation there from Freeze, and he doesn't even lose much damage on his mid tower. Matu is spending the time trying to catch up in the jungle. So therefore the tower mid looks totally fine, and he basically turned that fight around in a big way, saving one hero and getting 2 or 3 kills. Nicely done.
And then efficiency shrine and space for Sylar.
Yep. Bad Rider did retreat into the jungle. Mind Control has, however, almost found level 7. He actually has really good levels this
DDC
game.
has found a friend.
Oh, it's not a
GH
friend.
is moving over as well, but they're a little too slow to keep up with that Pugna. 389 movement speed. And maybe it's time to start taking some of those towers with DDC. A lot of tier 1 towers still up. Restrict that area.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Double damage.
I'll give it
Could
to
be a
Miracle.
part of that play. They're letting Freeze deal a lot of damage here in mid. He's going to have to back off now that GH shows. Actually, he's... I don't know about this one, man. Okay, he retreats for a bit.
He's a little down. Miracle. Okay, they waited long enough. Now they can actually put down the smoke screen. Monkey King not escaping, not with the double damage rune out. The TP, whoops, can't come in fast enough from Fade.
I'm surprised he didn't see this one coming, to be honest. I mean, it's obvious for us, right, when we're watching this.
Well,
But
you
the
can see
bottom lane's empty.
Decrepify Blast, Mind Control very quickly TPs away to safety, all the way home as well.
Yeah. Yang was left alone bottom for quite a while. This was a really big rotation from Liquid, but getting the Monkey King kill makes it worth it. And you got to consider, they even had a ward down here themselves, actually, that also had no info, so... Oh, sometimes those moves work, and Liquid get a big reward out of it with that kill. Who got the kill? Miracle got the kill even. That's perfect for them. Ring of Aquila is going into DDC top. Good damage.
Yeah, with the tricks of the trade, DDC will protect himself with Decrepify, however. Almost like Kuro's finally going to do something about getting some vision up on top lane. Watch the movements. And they're giving GH the bottom lane to play with.
Wait, I forgot to ask, is this the first Ricky pick of the tournament?
No.
Nor.
You have to do that every time.
It's really tempting. I kind of can't resist.
Every time.
Yeah, I do.
I'm checking.
All right. Oh, keep checking. We'll surely miss the kills top. Meanwhile, all right, GH. GH's going to die to an Omni Slash. And
Didn't miss anything, damn it.
Blade Fury. So Sala did use his entire combo there onto GH, but that's still a good kill. And the bounty runes already claimed one up top by Freeze. Looks to be a maybe 3-for-1 actually if they do manage to reach this bottom one, as Mind Control is going on DDC. Will get the kill. Reaper is ready. Not going for it.
Wasn't enough of a follow-up. No, rotating in towards mid lane too after the kill up on top. Trying to combo with the Monkey King. Miracle's looking at it, but he's Doesn't have enough power against Freeze just yet, and with Fade hovering behind, a Fissure will always be there to save.
GH is coming though, the Invis bros already.
Yep,
they need +1 for
Mind
this.
Control's killing off Yang on the bottom lane. In the meantime, DDC going to get the Decrepify, actually buffing up the damage. They have to drop this Scythe. There was no other solution, but Mind Control will still survive through it with the attack from the tower and bottle charges. Cannot repair the damage.
Meanwhile, Liquid to try the kill onto Monkey King in the mid, but Freeze stays alive. I actually think they misplayed it a bit. GH, I think, didn't get the Vendetta hit off, and that could have made the difference there. So they didn't get the kill. Fade was there to protect with Fissure, and Freeze backs out, uses the Shrine. He's good to go again. And maybe looks to make a move up top here with Kuro sitting in the lane on Vengeful. Looks very tasty as a kill, but well, now there's a Riki too. They have no detection between them, do they? No dust,
He
no dust.
can replace this tree that's missing.
Shaker has dust. They're going to go for this.
Comes in close, bounce forward. Miracle reveals himself, start with a stun, into the spin, follow-up fidget control, but Tricks of the Trade still comes out, and they have to wait. Miracle bounces the other side of the Fissure. Freeze, he needs a slap down, doesn't have it just yet. Miracle, bounce up, down you go, and the dust will reveal. Miracle will get away, and while that happened, Pugna died on the bottom lane.
Oh, he's going to live. That hurts. That's a 3-man gank onto a Riki that failed, and they had a dust.
And now they
Miracle
get to go on
just
towards the
outplayed
mid. Perfect stuns. They do so much damage. Normally you think Ghost Shroud's going to protect you, but when you get hit by the Mana Burn, the Impale, and the Spawn Spiderlings, no way to live. And Fade,
yeah.
You already have Diffusal up on the Broodmother. You can't outrun.
This game is swinging in a big way right now. That is Matumba Man being online. This is what Liquid have waited for. They bite their time. Bite, not bite. Don't bite time. It's not good for you. Oh, Kuro in trouble.
Nether Blast is able to connect. Freeze, very uncertain about this. Bouncing around, affected by the wave of terror that that's occurred. And then... Oops.
Oh.
Was it painful?
I'm not sure that would have been a kill anyway, but the mental damage is there. Missing that stun is... that sucks.
Sylar. Oh, Miracle, he got the Tricks of the Trade off. They're starting to spin. They put a second sentry ward down. Miracle bounces down to the creep wave, and then Fissure from Fade. Slam him into the next life.
You're not gonna Houdini yourself out of this one. That's the limit right there. Not even Miracle. We'll get out of that situation.
This Courier's going in so deep. Does GH? The trees are whistling in the breeze. Kuro's going to find Freeze instead. That Vendetta Nyx will take some time to get there. Top tower will go the way of Sylar, while Mind Control is creep skipping out the bottom. Doesn't have his Firefly, however.
Wait, what's MC building? So he got the hood. Is he going to finish pipe straight up, or is he going to go for a dagger? I'm pretty curious to see. So this is a trend we've seen in the last year, that bad riders don't really rush dagger very often anymore, and instead go for value items that make you able to sustain in fights, so you can be more than just a blink engage, but actually be a hero that runs around, tanks spells.
Matumba starting on Freeze. Slime down at least finds a little bit of space, but here comes GH. Yang TP's in, but it comes way too late. Now this just becomes a potential another kill. Fade, Echo Slam, wants to let it rip, but the stuns are around. They only have a couple of Spiderlings around it, but they're attacking into the Necrophos. They'll have to go Shroud and Death Pulse out. Matumba just waits for it before he throws his Spawn Spiderlings into him.
Really nice stun from GH in that situation. That could have got really scary if Shaker gets the echo off, but stops it right away. Man, this Riki taunt is... the taunts that play music are so weird sometimes.
The music doesn't fit the moment. GH found a new target. DDC hits with Vendetta, follows up with the miss stun. But the Fuser Blade's available. Fissure from Faye will buy a little bit more time. Yang can't do much more. Decrepify on DDC was delaying it, and Kuro is in way too deep. A bumped up Freeze, Echo Slam for the extra control, and now it's Team Liquid coming in a little too deep, but it's just the supports.
Freeze still has a Jingu stack. If he can somehow find anything in the next 20 seconds, that would be a huge nuke on the Boundless, but well, he's trying for it. It looks like he's saving it here and hunting a kill. Knows the 15-minute bounty runes are ready, but Liquid already took care of 3 of those, so not really gonna gain anything more here, really. It's 2 nice kills, but again, man, look at Matumba when he plays this Brood. It feels like every time he just gets so rich. This game, he got solo killed mid, he got counterpicked, and his camp got blocked.
Yeah.
And he's still 9,000 net worth minute 15.
Silas or Miracle with the Sentry Ward from before. Miracle didn't forget what happened previously, but Sylar already using his spin. Miracle has to... This has to be so tempting for him. Just has the Yasha arrive. He needs a little bit more support, but then Fade rotates top instead. And Miracle wants to farm this. No Echo Slam for Fade, so I don't think they actually have the damage to kill him up before Tricks of the Trade. That's why they throw down another Sentry on the Observer.
Oh,
the Fissure!
no.
It's the wrong... Oh, and he just taunts him right on the other side of the rock wall. That was worth watching and not seeing Freeze die on bottom. But bottom lane, they are swapping in Yang. 1 core, not enough. 2 cores, that will probably be enough. Ghost Shroud up, Reaper Sight's available, but GH, the double stun onto the Necrophos. Is there someone else to finish the job? Omni Slash in from Sylar, kills off Kuro. Mind Control begins its own TP out. He'll be successful as there's no stuns available for him.
Got the kill on Yang with the Flame Break. He had 4 or 5 Napalm stacks, so the Flame Break deals a lot of damage in that situation. And Liquid, they're going to be really happy with what they just got. They got Freeze and Yang, and they paid Kuro. That's one of the best trade deals in the history of trade deals ever, actually.
And Matamba wasn't even involved. He was too busy farming up his BKB, which is coming on the courier.
He's having a good time. He's chilling.
But looking towards GH. Fade, Fissure time. He's too concerned getting it on the wrong side. Then it would be completely pointless.
Remember what I said last game with Liquid, how they're good at playing around the cores that are strong in the moment? They just activated their Batrider so effectively there now. Mind Control had the hood. He wants to fight. They bring a play down to Mind Control's lane where they kill cores, and this frees up space for both Miracle and Matumba Man at the same time. Now Matumba has the BKB, so now he's probably going to be the centerpiece of their fights. Now they want to play around him and bring the Batrider to those fights. It's methodical, but it's not, how to say... It's very clear and methodical to watch, but it's not boring methodical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, we do this, step 1, this, step 2, this, step 3, this. Because it changes every game.
It's not a routine. It's a natural progression to winning.
Exactly. And it changes every game what the prioritization is and who is strong and how they play around it. They just have this really good feel for what the power level is in the game is of each of their heroes. And they just take advantage of it very well.
Well, they're looking for a hunt in mid lane, which is where Sylar's hanging out. Is that the rest of the battle, Fury? It is. So Sylar finally has some fast farming clearance, but at the same time he picks that up. Let's celebrate with blood of Juggernaut. 1 charges and spin. He'll actually get out this one. The Fissure, Scythe is coming down. Miracle barely survives the Reaper's Scythe. Does still go down to DDC. And blood was actually the celebration. Sylar gets to live through it all.
Yeah. That's a nice kill. Goes to DDC, so he gets a bit on the way of his Pugna, and, well...
Look at him move. Mind Control. All he has to do is just Rod of Atos the Pugna, pull him back in again, and DDC. He was looking to go for his own Decrepify on himself.
I wonder why he picked up Atos. That's pretty interesting. It's really good against Monkey King. But it's not a good item against Juggernaut. It's good against Necro. It's a bit uncharacteristic for me. We don't see this item that often on Batrider. Like, the stats are great. Obviously, you get a lot of int and strength. That's what you want on this hero. And... Gonna force a spin here.
Yep.
I guess that's something you can do. It's not that bad. Oh, top lane Fade. Miracle hits really hard, actually, with that Yasha and extra Blade of Alacrity.
Doesn't even have the Diffusal up and running. Fissure actually takes out a lot of Matumba, and they're going to go in for the Omni Slash. Tam, that bug, he stays alive for so long. The end of the Wukong is not actually reaching Matumba. He can live on the sidelines, and now another Rod of Atos, slowing him down, but they can't find the kills, Team Liquid. Everyone's low, but GH! The 3-man stun right in the middle of everything. Sylar has to spin himself out. DDC draining out the life of GH, but even he will survive. They give him an Urn Charge, and then a counter Urn Charge. That's still going to be a live no matter what. But it's not so great for Matumba. A lot of money going into DDC of all players. 725 for that kill.
Man, that looked so good with the stun, but they still managed to sustain through it. Obviously, Pugna healing himself. The Necrophos getting a couple of extra heals out, and that was on the Sword's edge. That could have definitely been a totally different story, but Liquid just lacking a little bit in the power.
Anyone bring a sentry? Anyone bring a sentry? Mind Control wants to go for the kill. The slap down's there. Freeze ready to bound in, and he goes after GH. Spike Carapace is slowing down the fight. Kuro's also arrived in the engagement, so DDC with 2 sticky napalm charges, he just can't survive. Mind Control burns him in the fire and the flames. This just does not end.
It really doesn't.
Oh, well, Fade. Echo Slam on the single target. Thinks it's going to be enough. And it will be.
Oh, yeah. It will be.
Cool.
Question is how, I mean, don't blame him for it, right?
Got
to get the kills you can, but
yes.
he would have probably loved to get the kill himself, because you really need this. I think the biggest problem for VGj.Thunder right now is that their team fight is, they don't have that dagger on Shaker. This was one of the concerns I had going into this tournament with Shaker as a hero. I didn't think it would be as big of a pick as it has been, just because it's not that strong in lane, and you really need that dagger in the mid game. And if you're not ahead, if you're getting controlled on the map, you need to find this dagger somehow. And that's one of the problems against Broodmother, is Brood controls your map. So with that constricted space that he has here, it's hard for him to find this dagger. Fade hasn't had a bad game, but he still doesn't have a dagger minute 21. And now that he's finally going to get it, this could be the swing that VGj.Thunder have been looking for. But once again, Liquid, they've built a big advantage in this time. 6,000 on the gold. There's a lot on Broodmother once again. Does Matu have a new item coming out? Not just yet. So it's the BKB plus 1400 here. I'm guessing we will see him go for maybe a secondary damage item. He's definitely safe in the BKB against this Radiant lineup. So
I'll have to see the way VGj, like, as I'm watching DDC with 3 Observer Wards, where he's looking to go. And he put a fresh one right here. So watching that bottom lane, watching the Liquid push out, another one right in front of the tier 1 tower. So this does protect a lot of the push power on the bottom lane. It's still creating more space for Sylar, who's staying inside the jungle most of the time. Roshan's being picked up by Team Liquid.
yeah.
There is nothing that can be done about this. As you said, you need that Blink Dagger ready to roll, but also the position and the vision directly after it. And they go for Yang. He's rooted up, problematic, has nowhere to really escape. Nether Ward is down, and actually there's a lot of stuns coming back thanks to that Fissure, but no way to survive. Team Liquid just ball through it.
That was a very clear, let's get the hell out of here call. Fade had no Echo Slam.
Miracle's
So he's
going
like,
after
I'm going to
Freeze.
Fissure, and then you're on your own.
The smoke screen's up. Freeze just can't get out of it. This is where the Monkey King's power just fades away.
He's so close to the BKB, but Miracle catches him just before that, just 100 to go. And that swings that power completely around in the next situation like this with a BKB. He'll probably be able to just jump away.
Fade's got a blink and TP.
But for now, yeah.
He's waiting. Mind Control's going to see him with a Firefly. They'll just root him up and then burn him down. Fissure returns the damage thanks to Spike Carapace, and Miracle gets to be dominating 6-3-3 for Miracle.
He is really, really farmed now. Almost got the Manta style. Great item this game. Allows him to get break out of Decrepify. Allows him to play around Omni Slash better, even with that and his ultimate. He has those 2 options. If he's an absolute god, he can Manta dodge Echo. That's probably not going to happen, but you never know. Yeah, just solid itemization. Obviously, Manta Diffusal, classic standard build on Carry Ricky, which we haven't really seen in Dota 2 for a long time. So it's a special treat we get in this game out of Miracle. Yeah, Liquid are they're just looking so good in this game now.
Do you like the Shadow Blade from the Juggernaut?
I think at this point, the problem that VGj.Thunder has is, again, the thing I was talking about with constricted movement, right? They don't really seem to have a way of getting out on the map. So Sylar is probably hoping that with this Shadow Blade, he can find an opportunity for his team, get a good Omni Slash off on maybe the Bat Rider or the Nyx, and just start the fight that way. Because if Liquid have the vision advantage and they get to jump with the Bat Rider, it feels like every single fight ends the same way. It's too difficult. The thing we could discuss is whether he should go Battle Fury in a game like this, because Battle Fury first in this patch, I feel like is really difficult to pull off just because of how long you're a liability for.
Yep.
Like, Liquid just had so much time on the map.
Oh,
there we go, Shadow Blade reveal.
It's going to be Mind Control. This man was building in towards the Octarine. The Fissure controls him. As Kuro swaps up, they just instantly into the Omni Slash. Miracle came into it too. And then the stun. GH, how's he always in the best positions? Matumba joins the fight to Freeze, able to get the lockdown as he fights inside of his Wukong's command. Very rare you actually have a Monkey King just to be able to stand its ground, but then Matumbaman, he finally will be brought down. They burn through the Aegis, but all 5 heroes ready to fight once more. Perfect stun timing from Fade. Matumba will try and walk it off, but that does not happen. Liquid, it's the worst fight of the game for them.
Is Shadow Blade worth it, Toby?
It's, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's also worth it when you have Mind Control. Just walk into them.
Now, the thing that was really nice there from Sylar, actually, was that he waited with casting Omni Slash. I think that was... If he was anticipating exactly what happened, that would happen, that was pretty genius. He was waiting for the Nether swap, and then he Omni'd. Because else he could have started Omni'd the
they
bat.
dusted.
Oh.
Miracle. They got him too.
He did.
He picked up the bounty room, which revealed he was there. Fade had the dust ready to roll.
This is a pretty big swing. That's a 5k swing over the course of just 1 minute. You
And
look
they're
at
getting more bounties too.
Look at the net worth graph and all the dots in the bottom. It's like liquid, 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 liquid. Oh,
GH.
Thunder, Thunder, Thunder.
Didn't go directly for the stun. They
They're full
forced
on back again?
TP down. Yeah, easy swing up. And you've got... It looks like VGj, for the first time in a long time, actually have the desire to really start hunting Mind Control. Throws out the Flame Break and the Lasso, and even roots up the Necroforce. Mind Control's just trying to do this all solo, and Freeze is almost allowing him to do so. He was burning up. He never popped the BKB on the jump in. And now GH
It's time to
on
get
the
out.
hunt. Spirit Vessel's ready to roll. Sylar begins his TP. Freeze bouncing over the tree line. Yang, okay, Freeze actually bounced down. Yang triggers off the dust. Oh, sorry, is dusted up, so Glimmer Cape doesn't protect him. A nice quick jump from Freeze, and Yang's TP away will not be successful.
If they communicated that a little bit better and he instant TPs, he might actually have lived. He also had 18 stick charges.
The end. Oh, you're dead.
Oh, you're dead. Ah, Ricky. That's really what that hero must feel like in pubs. I don't really... Ricky doesn't get picked much right now, but...
Sylar
It's just annoying.
wants to battle underneath that sentry ward. Omni Slash is available as a level 3 too, and Kuro and GH will just walk it off. Land a couple of stuns, force out one thing, and yeah, now they're actually going to get rid of the sentry ward. Put up their own observer and they realize that Bakuro's in kind of no man's land. Sylar still holding the Omni Slash, but with a double stun. GH, he can't stop that level of damage, and that's just nice and easy. And they even get the fissure. There's another sentry ward, so they see Ricky, so they burn off the dust, but Miracle, that's why he has the Manta style.
It's another added benefit of it. Easily gets out of the dust. I think we're going to see a gem come out from VGj for this reason, probably. If anyone can save up the money for it. They're still pretty starved on gold, obviously, from buying all these sentries. But, yeah, this game looks like it could be a lot more exciting than we anticipated 10 minutes ago, because Liquid just had 2 bad fights, and all of a sudden, it's kind of blown wide open.
Yeah, Juggernaut's become a real hero. Freeze has been able to stand in his engagements, and the supports have been doing their work too. Like, Ricky can't keep the control on Fade, because you've got 4 staffs available. You've got double force on DDC and Fade.
Miracle has Battle Fury queued up.
Wait, what? 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 What for?
Are they struggling with Wave Clear this game? They have Bat Rider.
Really? But then you can just get a Maelstrom. Fade. Okay. Well, they got him. Perfect chain stun.
In these situations, Ricky deals so much damage in skirmishes where you're like 2-on-1 or 3-on-2, where you outnumber and you get the jump. This hero is really good. It's just in this top level of play, the reason we don't see the hero very often is that it's hard to maintain this kind of control, but Liquid just had such a strong advantage.
Mind Control's got the blink up, dragging in Freeze. DDC wants to try and help him out. Can he give him any life? No. Rod of Atos. They switch their targets, going after DDC, but with a 4-staff away, DDC, well, okay, no, they are both going to die. He can't drain out life that quickly. Needs more juice in the suck as Miracle. He's diving in deep after Sylar underneath the tier 4 towers, and there is nobody else inside that trick to the tray with a double damage rune. Sylar had no chance and no buyback either. He's dead for a full minute. Liquid, they found their opening.
Yeah. There was an awkward position for VGj. Obviously, Broodmother being able to cross over the webs in the tree line, and then they actually saved Freeze with the Pugna, but he didn't want to BKB. Oh,
Echo Slam. Kuro swaps him out, able to get the Sun into GH in the back lines. Kuro will die pretty quickly, but Tubberman just turns on the BKB. He's still holding the Nullifier, waiting for the right time. Scythe the fight, comes down on top of Matubberman. Sorry, Reaper's Scythe, other Scythe.
Yeah, they were trying to hold him in the ring long enough to get that kill. He knew that it wasn't going to deal damage with the Scythe, but if he doesn't try that, there's absolutely no way to get the kill. So that was an admirable attempt, but yeah, just not good enough. Now, the problem before with the jump Liquid got is, again, this pressure they have on the map and the warding. See, they have way more control in the left side of the map in this exact area where the fight took place. They have that really great high ground ward, so they get the engage. And when VGj.Thunder tried to retreat, the Monkey King didn't BKB. He was super low. He couldn't have fought anyway. He could have tried to BKB and just disengage, but he held onto it, ended up dying, and they end up just overwhelming them by simply getting the jump with Bat Rider. Like, that was the #1 factor in that fight. And if VGj.Thunder want to try to take these fights, they've got to force the fights into areas where they have vision or get the jump themselves. Or both. Ideally both.
Okay. Thank you, Dota, again. Let's unbound my key.
Oh.
All right, we're back. Sorry.
GH.
Yang dies in the meantime.
Yeah, he does not have Spike Carapace. He should be dying here.
And he's got it off cooldown in 1
now.
second time. The stun chain is going to be there. So they'll find that one. Sylar holding the Omni Slash. Mind controllers Kuro both together, but the stun from Fade doesn't latch onto Kuro. And they buy back on the Nyx Assassin. Mind control's got Blink Lasso off cooldown. And he'll probably want to grab Sylar for a camp. But Matoman, he walks in point blank range. Now the Omni Slash goes off. GH copying the full brunt of the attack in the follow-up spin. Spike Carapace will not protect him, but Kuro will. Swaps him out to safety. Fade wants to come and help and kill off the captain of Team Liquid, who denies them this kill away from the Wukong command. But they're underneath the shrine. The heal's coming up. Fade's going for another round. He needs a little bit more mana to work with. Oh, he's got friends. But Matoman's caught up to Yang, so Yang has gone down too. Freeze. Now the battle happens on the northern side of the field.
Yeah, Mind Control keeps stacking them up with Napalm here. You can tell that Liquid
So
wants to just
heavily
buy
stacked
time.
too.
Matumba is split pushing mid. They got to get back to defend this now.
So it's just a cancel TP moment. The fissure is good. The spin is out. GH, he's already landed with his own stun. Mind Control and 100 HP will finally go down. But Matumba, he's taking the tier 3 tower. The melee racks to follow.
VGj, you got to get back, guys. There's just a full lane of racks being lost here. And they're losing the fight at the same time.
Yeah, they came in. They chased him up. Slap down from Freeze. Matumbaman, he is a beast. Just one Monkey King is not enough to deal with this. In fact, Matumbaman is just taking the entire fight, just biting up the Monkey King. He cannot deal with the pesky bites. And Sylar, well, he'll arrive, but the Rax is already gone. Fade, a blink forward with a fissure, but is there really a follow-up? GH is already here. There is a follow-up, but it's from Liquid. They won't fight, however. There's no need for it.
Fate just held his enchant totem there. We would have got Carapace. That could have ended pretty badly. And Matoma's back to full health. He pressed ulti and hit 2 times. That's how Brood works. Yep. That's another great moment for Liquid. This is the first racks of the game, and basically the way they set this up, this is something that Mind Control is really good at, I think, compared to other players. He has a very good understanding of the macro in the game. Like, what happens across the map when he makes the move. That's why we see sometimes Mind Control go for these amazing baits. There's a highlight from that yesterday, just understanding how putting his life at risk for the greater good, how that can have a huge impact on the game. This play, this mid-Rax, was actually Mind Control taking it with Batrider. He set up that entire thing top by just running them down, napalming them up, being super disruptive, causing chaos. And Matoma was like, great, man. I'll do my thing.
They're coming for the fight. Observer and Sentry is down for VGj, so they see everything. Mind Control jumps in, and there's your Echo Slam from Fade. They need to keep that control up, and they've got it with the side. Batrider is the lead, but Miracle in the back line just turns on tricks of the trade. Already found himself a double kill, cleans up the Netherwards. They can fight once again with a little bit more freedom. And Freeze, he's ready to fight, but he doesn't have his BKB. He doesn't have the Wukong command, and they need to deal with Matumbaman, who's killing off DDC. Inside the trees, GH Bull. He's got 80 HP. He's waiting away from Sylar's spin, in range of the ES, but really, it's just his end up. He was dying anyway. 3 for 3. Freeze and Sylar going to survive next to their own tier 2 tower.
Given how good a jump that was for VGj.Thunder, that fight didn't even go that well. They didn't get rid of Matumbaman's Aegis, so they get essentially a 3 for 3, but they also buy back the Pugna. So we're going to see it again here on the replay. Good echo on 2 heroes. They get the Monkey King ulti off. They get the Reaper off. I think, unfortunately for VGj, this Reaper is kind of wasted, actually. They didn't need to use this on the Batrider. He was almost dead already and could have maybe played a bigger role getting a Reaper on a secondary target in this situation. And now that the fight continues, they're all out of juice. They have no Omni Slash left. They have no BKB on the Monkey King, like you said. They have no Reaper. And DDC's buyback ends up being worthless. He just runs into the fight, gets nullified, and dies.
Yeah. It's just a hard... It's a hard-earned fight, but at the same time, like, Liquid are still coming out on top. As you said, VGj didn't really get the most out of it. They need the cause to die more than anything else, but this is green, this is orange marks all the way through. There's still action from both sides. Everyone's still finding that opening to try and find an engagement or a push. A new item to arrive. Freeze has a halberd to go with his BKB. Once Yang managed to complete up, he's looking towards an Aghanim Scepter on the Necrophos. Sylar finished his Battle Fury. Questionable, but still there.
I'm not feeling this Axe here on Necro, actually. I think the problem for VGj is not that they don't have long enough cooldown or short enough cooldown on the Reaper. It's that they don't take a good enough fight to begin with. I think you need something that is better in one fight. It's a bit ambitious right now to be like, we'll win a fight and then we'll have a second Reaper in the follow-up fight. You need to win the first fight in the first place. I would have loved to see something like maybe a BKB on this Necrophos so he can deal with the Nyx, deal with the Batrider, deal with all these pesky stuns and the Nullifier of the Broodmother.
They got so much information. The Observer and Sentry is on the hill back where they fought last time. So it's just a jump in, kill off the Juggernaut. Does he buy back into this fight? Fate could not push himself far enough up the hill, and they're taken on board. It is Matumba. Actually, it's Mind Control. It's Kuro. Everyone's there. Triple kill for Miracle. He doesn't even have to walk anymore. He just rides on the back and throws daggers at people. An ultra kill for Miracle. And that is most definitely the game. Team Liquid, they take it 2-0. And that gives them first position coming out of the group stage.
Ricky Ags is so good. When you have items on Ricky, actually, that Aghanims is so sick. He pocketed himself into Mind Control. So he's being transferred through the fight very easily with the Bad Rider just flying.